So, I am going to... At first, I was recording 2 videos for this, right? I was doing a spoiler review and a spoiler-free review. But I'm having a little bit of trouble doing the spoiler-free review. Because there's so much that I want to say that I feel hindered that I just can't do it without doing a 3-minute video, good or bad or whatever. I really want to talk about the pros and the cons I have to this show. I also want to address critics in a way. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's actually get some reviewing done. What do you guys want to talk about first? I want to talk about the acting in this. The acting is fine. It's nothing great. It's no Marlon Brando performance. There's no Heath Ledger in the Joker. There's nothing like that. You're watching. This isn't some Scorsese shit. It's not that. It's a serviceable acting. Everybody's doing fine with the dialogue that they were given, delivery, and everything is fine for a Netflix comedy type thing. Humor is the humor is fine too. The show's funny sometimes. I'll give you that. It's a very Marvel quippy kind of humor at times, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just fine on that. It's just fine on that side of things, right? What this show has an issue with is tone. Let's get into this, actually. Before we cross that, let's address that elephant in the corner of the room, shall we? Your level of enjoyment in this show, if you were to put it on a graph of sorts, it's directly in line with how much of a fan of the original you are. If you're a casual person just watching this show, you're just turning on Netflix, I want to watch a funny action thing, decent story, or whatever. You're over here, right? You're this guy over here. That's fine. You will enjoy this, I believe. You won't think it's great or fantastic by any means. I feel like you'll enjoy what you're watching. Super anime girl guy, super anime fan person over here, whatever you feel comfortable referring to yourself as. You over here, you. If Cowboy Bebop is your favorite anime of all time, you might not like this very much. Not saying you will hate it, but you might not be a big fan of it. As far as live action retellings go, don't be fooled by people online. This isn't Ghost in the Shell's remake. This is not, and look at me in my face when I say this. Take off my glasses. I want you to see me. Look at me in my eyes. Are you seeing my eyes? Look at them. This is not Death Note. This is not Nat Wolf 2017 Death Note. This is not that. This is leagues better than that. This makes that Death Note remake makes this shit look like, I don't know, Reservoir Dogs. This shit makes that look like, I don't know, goddamn Casablanca. This shit is way better than that. This makes that joint makes this look like 90s Bebop, which this is not. I hope your hype didn't fool you into thinking this will be 90s Bebop. Also, let's get back to my point. Your level of fandom for anime and Bebop will directly affect your enjoyment in this show. I say Bebop like 4 times maybe. I will call it my 3rd favorite anime of all time, behind Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Yu Yu Hakusho. So it's high up there for me. So I have an issue trying to distance myself from reviewing this as Cowboy Bebop in the 90s, right? Because this show, I'm so glad we're doing a spoiler review. This show takes some swerves. It takes swerves. They change. I don't know who told you. I don't know who online told you this is a 1-for-1 retelling. No, they are changing some shit. Shit has been changed. Like, can I pull up an episode list? I watched all 10 episodes in a row, by the way. So I'm probably dead. Episodes. Yeah. We're here. Episode 1 is a retelling. Which I think is fine, right? Episode 1 was, the Asimov stuff. He has a red eye, pregnant girlfriend, not really pregnant, shot, killed in the air. You've seen the episode. There's nothing to talk about there. And then as the show goes on, like episode 2 is the Teddy Bomber episode, which is like episode 22 in the original show. And I'm like, oh, so we're gonna go fly. We're going in and out of different episodes and timelines and things, because we just jumped from 1 to 22 on a show that originally is 27 episodes long. I'm like, oh, so we're doing this. And we continue to do that. Because we do Black Dog Serenade and different other shit. We kind of fly in and out of it. Certain things are gone completely, right? Unless they're on the next season. I don't know if there'll be a next season or not. I really don't. Some things are gone completely. Some character motivations are similar and some are changed, dog. Like, I could pull out any examples. Like, there's some shit that's different about this. Jet Black has a child named Kimmy in this now. Which is fine. They address Faye Valentine's sexuality in this show. I don't know if they concretely... there's a scene where she has like sex with this woman in the engine room of the Bebop. And this is a small scene, but there's nothing in particular that's saying that she's bisexual or gay or straight, anything like that. Just something that happens. They're changing things, but that's like not important. That's not important. Grin is in the show, the transgender character from the original, but you don't have this deep emotional episode with Faye. There's no scene when like Spike puts Grin back into the ship and Grin flies away and dies so he can reach Mars or whatever, if I remember that correctly. There's nothing like that. Grin is a side character who talks sometimes in this. So like, if you're coming for a retelling, you're not getting that. No way. There are some other things as far as story beats. If you remember the original show, it's almost like an anthology series sometimes, where it's like every episode is just some random filler shit sometimes. But it's more so to show like the growth of the characters themselves rather than of a particular story. Because the story is really damn, like, I almost don't want to spoil the original Bebop, right? Because, it's like filler shit. Mushroom Samba. There's shit happening in the show. And occasionally you'll get an episode that pieces together parts of Faye's backstory, or parts of Jet Black, or parts of Spike's. And here's a big thing. And on occasion, you will see Vicious and some reference to Spike's history. And even on a smaller occasion, like very rarely, like really at the end of the show, like I want to say episodes 18 and 17, 18 and 27, maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, you'll see Julia in the original show. And really her story and Vicious with this mysterious thing where you can't really decipher what you see they have intentions, but they're still mysterious. Make them kind of cool, kind of badass. Like, Julia's very badass in the original show. Vicious too. That's gone here. You see Vicious and Julia every episode. Every episode. And I think, and that's fine that's fine, right? If you're not here for a if you're not here for a 1-for-1 retelling of the original, that's fine. But it's like, this show doesn't really get what Bebop was. In Bebop, you had these group of characters, these tragic backstories for these characters. And like, which you may still get if they do a second season, but it's a little, I don't want to say rushed, but it's not equal at all, right? I'm gonna get my words out correct. I don't want to be misunderstood by what I'm saying. Because if I say anything mean, I don't want it to be misconstrued as I'm just being an asshole for the sake of being an internet asshole. Because I did enjoy this. But there's some shit that just can't fly with me. Just can't. They changed some shit that doesn't need to be changed, by the way. Like, one of the best scenes in the original Bebop was a scene with when Jet Black gets back on Ganymede. And this is a review from somebody who's seen the show, right? I really watched this shit. He gets back on Ganymede Elegy. I want to call it episode 5 or 8. I can't remember exactly. I should look through my, I have it downloaded. I should look through my episode list. Where Jet meets back with Alyssa, who is a white blonde woman in this show. A white blonde woman compared to like the black or Hispanic, whatever she was in the original with the slick hair and shit. Remember, her story is that she was tired of Jet being controlling over her and controlling all the aspects of her life. But she ran away with this other guy who she can be free with. Remember? And then she gave this note. Oh, like she gave this note to Faye. She gave a note to Jet saying farewell. And Jet gave this speech about how time has stopped since he's been gone. That whole thing is gone. It's not here. One of the best things from the original show is not here. That might be a hard pill to swallow for you. So you really have to so if you're a fan reviewing this, know some of your shit is different. Some of this shit is different. A lot of this, like Faye Valentine, who I think Faye is like one of the best backstories in anime. Like, I think her story is great in the original. I talked about her to a great length in my Cowboy Bebop video. She has whole videos on her. You can do a whole 20-minute thing on her. Her story is still here, but it's no gradual. Everybody's story doesn't have a gradual build up to it. They kind of just like get it out the way early, then other shit happens. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Faye's thing about she's immediate. I have amnesia. I have amnesia. I have amnesia. It's like, where's the build up to this? Like, I know it's coming. You've seen the show. You know it's there, but there's no build up. It's like, it's dry. It's dry. It's dry. It's dry. Chicken is cold. It's dry. There's some dry shit going on in this, but it's fine. Because I feel like it's fine. Because like I said, it's not the 90s Bebop. Don't come in here expecting to watch the 90s Bebop. It's not that. It's really a show that has the same characters but references to it. It doesn't have their dark, gritty feel. It's a very colorful show. It's not dark and gritty. It's not melancholic and lo-fi-ish like the original was. There's none of that. There's no somber speech giving. There's nothing like that. The closest this show gets to the feel of the original Bebop, surprisingly enough, is from the scene that I believe to be the best scene in the original Cowboy Bebop. They do it again here. I think one of the best scenes in anime history. I'm going to keep saying this shit. One of the best scenes in anime history is when Faye gets that goddamn VHS tape. And we get the VHS tape here, which was like its own episode, because this show glides through really big shit like that. Gives it a scene or two, and then we're gone. There's no, that was his whole... No rants. I'm not going to rant. We're just going to talk. The show, we get the VHS scene. The good morning, me. Did you speak well? Good morning, me. Did you sleep well? Did you wake up feeling good? Did the light, the wind, the stars all feel good and brand new and fresh this morning? See? You are who you are today. See? You're me. Just a newer version. I know 15 years in the future is so hard for me to imagine, but are you alone, or is there a wonderful person sitting next to me. Well, I know in me you're causing trouble for lots of different people. But see, that's good too, isn't it? I forgot how the ending goes. I kind of blanked out. I'm a little bit tired. But anyway, we get that. Some of the lines are a little bit different. Like they cut off the good morning me. Did you sleep well? Did you wake up feeling good? Which is like I put that shit in hella music that I do. But whatever. It still hits though. She cries, says mom. She still has that. It kept the same piano. The boom, boom, boom. I can't mimic piano well. Like I'm typing on the fucking keyboard. They kept that shit in. Great. It doesn't hit as hard as it did then. But it's here. They did it fine. But besides that, this doesn't feel like Bebop. It just doesn't. Julia, you meet the other capos of the Red Crime Syndicate. What you do in the original, I believe, but then you get this whole thing of like, so Vicious betrays the cartel and kills them at the end of like Bebop, or towards the end of Bebop. In the original, you get it pretty early in this. You get it like late in this season, but early in the show. I would call it the middle of the show maybe. And you get this scene where like you find out that Julia betrays Vicious, and really she had this plan to double cross Vicious and get him killed so she can be free from Vicious. That shit is not in the original. No. And at the end, you get something similar to the church episode with the Ave Maria. Remember that shit? You get something close to that, but not exactly. And it's just, and like, I'm assuming you've seen this. I'm giving this review as if you've seen all 10 episodes of the live action Cowboy Bebop. I'm under assumption that you have. Where Vicious is shot by Julia, and Julia shoots Spike out of a window, betraying him, becoming the ultimate villain of the show. She becomes the big bad of this show. And this is it, right? This is the thing. Julia becomes evil. Crazy shit. If you are a fan of Cowboy Bebop in the 90s, you might hate that. Because it kind of ruins Spike's story. But I give kudos to the show for that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because as much as I would love a one-for-one retelling of the original show, I don't need it because we have the original show. So by all means, do shit different, right? Do shit different. Do what you want to do. Listen, ruffle some feathers, Cowboy Bebop. Do that, and they did. Ooh, they ruffled feathers because this shit might not be great to people. It might not connect well. The humor might be wishy-washy. Tone is everywhere. It loses that dark, gritty, melancholic, jazzy feel of people talking in this voice like this, giving speeches and saying really deep philosophical things about purpose and life and finding your way through it. No, not here. No, fuck that. You don't get that shit. No. You're the one still stuck in the past, Spike. No. None of that here. Which brings me to my star review. This will be, it depends on how many reviews I do, right? This will be the only show that I'm going to give 2-star reviews to. Because there's some shit in here that, as a fan, I can't walk over. I just can't. But I welcome the changes they made. Because I want to see, it's like an alternate universe Cowboy Bebop. How would Cowboy Bebop be if we shifted everything a centimeter to the left, right? You know, I think of time travel movies where they go, don't touch anything, don't talk about it. It's gonna change the continuum as we know it. Don't pick up that find some shit. Don't grab that water bottle and take the cap off and don't put the cap back on it. In a regular timeline, that bottle had a cap, and if it doesn't have the cap, the whole timeline changed. Look at that like this. This is like an alternate universe Cowboy Bebop. I think you would enjoy it better like that. There's still pacing issues, you know. Should you kind of expect from something like this? That was empty. I don't know why I tried to drink that little bit of tea that was left. There's still a bit of that in here. But as far as a star review, if you're a fan, you will give this,
I guess not,
a 2.5 out of 5. You might hover around 3, but those big changes might just hurt you too much in your soul for you to give this shit a good. You just can't do it. Or maybe you can look past that. Who knows? I'll say, if you're somebody who loves Bebop and wants a rough one remake, you get it to 2.5. Yeah. If you're just watching this on an even kill to see if this is this good, you will give this, I would say, I only do 0.5. If I were to give this a straight decimal rating, it will be a 2.7, 2.8. But I don't do that. So we'll give it 3. Even 3. It's fine. You might even say it's good. You might watch it and enjoy what you're seeing. But some shit might rub you the wrong way. Some shit, as far as regular storytelling conventions go, some shit might bug you. It has issues. Some shit just might not land with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially if you're like not an anime fan, you're just watching this. The way the story is structured, you might be like, some of this shit is not important at all. This filler. Half of the show, there's some filler in this bitch. The Teddy Bomber episode is not important. But it's here. It's like episode 2. It's here. Nonetheless, do I recommend this? Maybe? Sure. I would recommend this to, in a funny turn of events, I'm more likely to recommend this to actual fans who may not like it, because I do think it's fun to pick out Easter eggs and be like, I remember that. I think that's fun. You might get, like, you might see the VHS tape and be like, oh, that's a VHS tape. Or you might see the eco-terrorist, like, oh, that's the eco-terrorist. Oh, this is the Black Dog Serenade episode. Oh, I remember these things. I tell you what, Faye in this show, she says, I'm not going to carry that weight. And I was like, that's icky. That's gross. Why did she say that? They never said that in the show, I believe. But I was like, kind of like it a little bit, not going to lie. You still get to see you Space Cowboys and shit. You still get those. In the first episode, I almost teared up a little bit. Just out of like fandom and nostalgia. Because Spike does quote the I forgot what are you, a cow? No. So in the original, the old lady goes, he called you a cowboy. What did you mean? What did he mean? What are you? And Spike goes, I'm just a humble bounty hunter, ma'am. You get that line, I was like, oh, I haven't heard that shit in a long minute. But that nostalgia might wear off on your boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, I forgot to address the bigger elephant in the room. After we get the crazy Julia tries to kill Spike scene, which is fucking unbelievable they did that shit in this show. Wow, what? Back to formula? They destroyed the formula with that. Jesus Christ. The very last thing you see is Spike laying on the ground, bloody, near death. He opens his eyes and he sees Edward. Okay? Alright. I have two conflicting thoughts about Edward. Edward doesn't look good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like how Edward looks. Edward's a girl. She looks pretty annoying already. But I got a hard pill to swallow for you guys. Good thing they took away the dislike button, because here's the dislike that you guys might have. That's kind of what Edward was in the regular show. Sorry. I know y'all love Edward. I know y'all do. This was kind of what Edward was in the original show. Edward was never going to translate well on screen. None of the characters ever was going to translate 100% how they were on screen. Like, to the same level of love. No. This is an accurate Edward, whether you guys want to believe it or not. Janky, weird, moves around in a weird way, talks kind of funny, can't really understand what she's saying. Loud. That's Edward in both shows. Clean your nostalgia glasses. That's what Edward was. But let's not dilly-dally. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you. I'm excited to talk about this show, actually. Despite my in the middle kind of opinion on it, it's fine. It's fine. Anything that I really want to address, performance is fine. Faye loses all of that shit she had in her original, as far as like, because Faye had to, whatever, another video. The dialogue isn't bad, but it's very basic. The dialogue and tone is basic in the show. It's not Bebop. It's not Bebop. I know the show says Cowboy Bebop. This isn't Cowboy Bebop. Enjoy it as something kind of sort of similar to kind of sort of being like Cowboy Bebop. It's alternate universe. Just enjoy it. It's fine. You don't gotta be mad at the internet about it. I still don't know why y'all watch my videos. I really don't. All my videos are trash. Nonetheless, if you're one of the 5 people who make it this far into the video, thank you for watching. I love y'all. Keep supporting. Unless you don't want to. Goodbye.